Well, I'm joined now by Nicky, Holland, who, having had four finalists last week, now has three going for her in the Kirby this week. My gosh, a kennel absolutely on fire. We're going to talk about Clonbrien Treaty first of all. This dog ran so well on Saturday night, and it's been said that the penny has dropped. Is that fair?
Yeah, we hope it keeps dropping and again till Friday. But yeah, he's very lightly raced. He came into us from Jim and Kay Murphy and their daughter Marine. Great supporters of the kennel, and if they've got a good one, you remember Clonbrien Prince running in the final at Nottingham, Clonbrien here before that. They send him up to us, and he came in and he looked to have great pace, but in his first couple of races, he wasn't trapping. Very inexperienced in that. They're Limerick people, and so it's a bit of a rush that obviously there's only one Kirby they can go in a year. It's a great race for puppies, and they'd obviously ideally like to have him in it. It's their local track, so gave him a look round there. Didn't go very well in his first race round there, got a bit lost, but we gave him a private trial and he went quite well. And we said, look, we'll put him in it and see what happens. And his first couple of races, he wasn't really breaking. And it seemed to click in the quarterfinals, and he trapped very well. And then in the semis, again, trapped brilliantly. And they're thrilled to pieces. They're in a final. It's a great final to be in, regardless of where you come. And yeah, they're just really enjoying it.
And he's entitled to be improving before our eyes like this. He's the youngest in the final, just in August 21, so still really a raw pup. I wanted to know what you thought about the draw in trap one because he did drift off, didn't he, running up to the first bend in the semi?
He did in the semi, but in his first couple of races in the Kirby, he didn't. He drew trap one and he ran his line down. And then I think he drew three in an early round. And to be honest, if you look at it, he actually did move in a little bit from the three. He did move out from one in the semi-final. Look, he's a puppy. He's learning all the time, and maybe in the time to come, he might have to have his seeding altered. But at the beginning of the competition, he was railing. And it's just how he's progressing. As I say, we'll have to look in the future and see how we seed him after that, whether he sticks to the rail. You'd like to hope if he's got dogs on his outside, he will just keep his line. Saturday, he absolutely trapped, flew out, did go across, didn't really cause too much trouble. The dogs 2, 3, and 4 didn't trap as well. So he was able to go where he wanted. But yeah, he's drawn trap one again. We'll have to see how he goes. Hopefully he'll trap out like he did this week.
Absolutely. He's very young, very exciting dog out of Pestana and Clonbrien, Millie. Is he one that you think would be too young for Toaster, or would you potentially trial him over here?
I would imagine he'd stay over here. Generally, I'd say Jim and Kay like to keep their dogs into the puppy races. He's obviously well eligible for produce stakes and things like that, and he is very inexperienced, so he'll stay here. They'd probably be looking at there's always next year when he's an older dog and had more experience under his belt.
Yeah, definitely one of the next crop coming through though for Team
Yeah.
Holland. Clonbrien Treaty goes in trap one of the Kirby final on Friday. Well, the Holland camp also have Hovex Tommy, who will go from trap two in the Kirby final for a couple of pretty well-known English owners, actually, Nicky.
Yes, definitely. Sean and Alf have been owners of ours for a long, long time. We've known them for years and years. And yeah, they are thrilled to bits to have got a dog in the final, and they're heading over on Friday and just going to enjoy the fact he's there and see what happens. So yeah, great owners.
I'm interested to know what you think this dog's best run was in the competition because he's actually only won the second round, and that was beating Clonbrien Treaty with a cracking break from trap two, which is the box you have for the final.
Yeah, look, he's a dog. It's all about early pace. He probably hasn't really trapped as well as we know he can, and shown his early. He stayed on a lot better last week in the semi-final, so he needs to be coming away very well. And look, he's there, and it's a final, and anything can happen in a final. And I say at the moment he's more about early pace. So he needs to be out and gone.
He's 8-1 there or thereabouts for the final, and yet clocked 28.15, finishing second in that semi-final. Do you think that's a reflection of how open the race is?
It probably is, and obviously, I suppose people are looking at obviously Treaty in one and what he did in the semi-final, and they're sort of thinking, if he traps like that, is he going to move out? Is he going to cause problems? So maybe that's what it is because Tommy's in two right next to him that he could, reflect that. Look, we're hoping Treaty's going to trap. Hope they're all going to trap and run their line. Nice clean race what everyone wants.
Do you think Treaty would beat Tommy away?
Look, Tommy's got great early. If Tommy comes away as well as we know he can, anything can happen. It's a final, and you just don't know how they're going to all the razzmatazz of it and everything on the night. Different dogs get affected differently. You could probably run the race 6 times and there could be 6 different results. So yeah, they're both very nice dogs. I wouldn't like to say.
It is a very open final. You're never going to tone down having traps 1 and 2 in a final like this. But best of luck. Hovex Tommy, trained by English in Ireland and owned by English. Patrick Guilfoyle joins me now, the trainer of Scaglietti. He goes in trap 3 of the Kirby final on Friday night. Congratulations for you, Pat, another finalist. You wouldn't be the biggest kennel, but you pop up in these finals very regularly.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We have a small kennel, but we have a few nice little dogs there, and this is our 4th Kirby finalist. We've never won it. We've been 2nd and 3rd in the past, and so yeah, look, he's in good form. So we'll hope maybe this year he'll crack our duck for us.
Fingers crossed. I love this puppy competition, as do many. And this dog is really going places. Even his form prices competition, he was beating the likes of your Magical Mary.
Yeah. See, we got him there last. He was recommended to me by a good friend of mine, John Burns, and I liked him. And of course, he's by Magical Bale as well, who we trained and bred as well. So, and we got him. Was maybe last September. That took a long time to settle in with us. But we put him away. He won a little stake in Shelburne, and we put him away over Christmas, the New Year, and he come back and put him in a 575 stake down in Cork. And like you said there, he did some massive runs down in Cork. He beat Magical Mary in the final of that stake. And so yeah, he's a very, very fast dog. He's more of a strong running type of dog he's developed into, but he can flash the boxes on occasions. He hasn't really done it in the Kirby yet, but you never know, maybe he's waiting for Friday, but he's in good form since he's semi-final, and we're delighted. It's a great competition. We're delighted to be there again.
He's been bigger prices actually for his quarterfinal and semi-final, and as big as 8-1 going into the final. Do you think that's a reflection of how open the race is, and also perhaps the draw?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's probably more than anything. It's probably a reflection of the draw, really. If he loves one, and then he's a nice, tidy little tracker, and he rails well. The only night he was in one, he won in 28-21. So if he's been very unlucky with draws in it, though. The last night he was in 5. The quarterfinals he was in 4. For a dog who does like to rail so much, he's been unlucky with draws. But it is what it is. What can you do? He's in 3 now for Friday, so 3 nice enough. We would like to have drawn perhaps inside the Clonbrien dog, but if it is what it is, what can you do? So he's in good form, and we just hope for the best.
I think he's got the most experience under his belt of all the runners, 14 races, so that could work to his advantage, especially if he needs it to avoid other dogs coming across him.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's a dog. He's very strong. So he will come from behind as well if he has to. I know the track is running so well in Limerick at the moment. Probably whoever wins this will go around the first corner in front or very close to it. So he wouldn't want to be leaving too far behind. But at the same time, if it's anyway close above the 3rd bend or class bend, that he will finish with a flourish. He's a really strong dog.
And Scaglietti, I'm guessing this is Italian or something, is it?
Scaglietti, yeah. I think Peter called him after it's a Ferrari. It's a fast. I'm not big into cars, but it's a fast version of one of those Ferrari cars, I think it is. So yeah. So it's a bit of a tongue twister at times, but Scaglietti it is, yeah. But he's known at home as Bailey, so that's all we know him as.
Well, the prize money is so good, he might be able to buy himself one of those Ferraris if he were to win this competition, and it would be a great one for you to add to your CV as well. So best of luck for Friday night. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much, Julie. Thank you.
Well, the third of the Holland runners is Gaytime Hugo, who goes in trap 4 in the Kirby final on Friday, and sprung a bit of a surprise in many ways in the semi-final, Nicky, at 10-1. This is a staying type of dog, but he pinged the lids.
He did, yeah. First time he's ever pinged the lids. Let's hope it's not the last. He bombed out, and once he's in front, he's a fairly strong dog. All the dogs that Deirdre and her family breed, that she does breed them like that. But yeah, he absolutely flew out and made every inch his own. It was brilliant, and they are thrilled. He's actually owned by Deirdre's elderly mother, and she was there. She'll be there Friday, and she's just really, really enjoying every moment with him. It's great. He's homebred. He's out of Gaytime Hawk by Gaytime Hawk, who we used to train for him. He was the first dog they had with us. So, it's really special. They own mum and dad, and they've had him at home, and again, he's one, they support us, and when they know they've got one that's worth putting into training, they send them up to us, which is brilliant, you know.
Oh, it's lovely. Do you think it's another case of the pennies dropped, or do you think that we're going to see him trapping again?
And look, let's hope we see him trapping again. You know, he ran his line, he's in 4 again on Friday. You know, all our dogs are fairly inexperienced dogs, you know, and every run round Limerick, they've improved. So we can only hope that they stay as they are or improve again would be brilliant. Yeah.
And this one's so consistent. He's nearly always in the first 3. I think he's been out the first 3 twice, but he found trouble in those races. In fact, he's nearly always in
Yeah.
the first 2.
Yeah, look, you know, he knows how to run from behind. He can hang in there and try his best no matter what. He's not a dog probably has to lead. As long as he's not too far off the pace, you can see him staying it quite well. He stays the 5.25 at Limerick, which is a tough 5.25 Limerick with the run to the pickup each week. But he stays it very well. So yeah, we're very pleased with him.
Talking of finishing the first 2, you and I were just saying about the prize money for this competition. 80,000 euros for the winner is just remarkable. But 20,000 euros for coming second is not bad either.
It's not. And third at 10,000. You know, it's a great competition. It's got great sponsorship from the McManus family. They really, really put it back into the sport. And as I say, you come, I think it's 4th, 5th, and 6th, and you're getting over 4,000 euros, which it's a result in itself to get to the final for owners. And it's a great night. They've had all the way through. They assign a different Limerick, County Limerick GA club to each dog at the beginning. And the GA clubs come and they support their dogs, and you get all the young kids there and they're supporting. I think Hovex Tommy in particular had a really big cheering party there Saturday night, and they come and they make banners. And I think they're going to parade down the track with their banners that the juveniles have made. And it's brilliant. It's getting kids involved, and hopefully you get them involved and they have a great night and they're going to stay involved. And that's what we want to see, isn't it? Young people in the sport. And yeah, it'll be buzzing. It really will. Every year it's buzzing their final night. I've not been all the way through. Timmy and Sheena have been going to Limerick for us. And yeah, they've said there's been great crowds there. So they've done a great job with the dogs there.
Oh, brilliant. Well, get yourself there Friday night if you can. If not, obviously watch on RPGTV. Nicky, thank you so much. We're in the final for you again. Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks. Good luck to everybody. Thank you.
Well, I'm pleased to say I'm joined by Alison Bandurak, who is the owner of Ryhope Beach, who goes in Trap 5 in the Kirby final on Friday. Alison, for those who might not know you this side of the water and on the Irish side maybe as well, just tell us a little bit about your role in greyhound racing here.
So Mike and I have owned racing dogs since August 1982, and we haven't really been without racing dogs since then. And it's a wonderful hobby. Most of the dogs have been in my husband Mike's name. However, this Ryhope Beach was a birthday present back in October, so this one is in my name.
It was an unexpected birthday present. You asked for a TV, is that right?
That's absolutely true. Mike said to me in the morning, well, what would you like for your birthday? And I said, we really need a new TV. We've had this one for 22 years. It works perfectly well, but I think it's time we had a new one. So we said, okay. And then during the course of the morning, he sent me a text saying, for your birthday, I've bought you a new racing dog, and I've renamed it for you Ryhope Beach, which is quite a special place for me.
Amazing. We won't go into it here because I know that you want to talk about the dog, but you're also heavily involved in the homing of greyhounds here. You're attached to Monmore, homed over 3,000 dogs. So yeah, great efforts there. Let's talk about this dog though. He was Antipode's favourite for this competition, so certainly not a bad dog to have been bought as a present. What have you made of him in the Kirby?
Well, he is, I say he came as a birthday present. He was owned by Mark O'Donovan, our trainer's son, and the breeder Paddy Sinnott. So he came to us as a completely unraced prospect. He hadn't really been trialled very much, so he was an unknown quantity. So he's learned as he's gone. We've been so pleased with him. He's been a fantastic dog. All the credit must go to the trainer, Michael O'Donovan. Fantastic job.
Yeah, he's done brilliantly. Which has been the best run of his, do you think? He won in the quarterfinal. That was actually his only win. But the semi-final was more of a battle, and it's always good to see a pup battle so well.
Yes. Mike and I've had these discussions. When he trapped out and went, he ran well, and we were really pleased. But we all know if you're connected to racing, there needs to be a few bumps and a few bangs along the way and see them run on. So I think he's done really well with every race. You can't really pick a good race out because I think he's done a great job with them all. And we're here in the final.
Absolutely. Would you prefer trap 5 or 6 as one of 2 wide runners?
Mike's okay with trap 5. We'll just see. We
And
just
you're
want
heading-
all of those finalists to run a good race and come off safe. That's all that matters, isn't it?
Absolutely. And you're heading over there for the final?
Yes, we're heading off early on Friday morning via the ferry to Limerick. We're very excited, super excited. Mike, I, and 2 friends. Yeah.
And he's only
So-
a May 21, he's one of the youngest in the race. So hopefully you'll have a bit of travelling to do with this dog.
Yes, let's hope so. Yeah. He's a very young dog. He's very inexperienced, but he's doing okay.
I think he's doing more than okay. You're in a Kirby final. And if you win 80,000 euros, you can buy yourself a new TV.
Exactly, Julie, new TV.
Several, actually. Congratulations, Alison. It's lovely to talk to you. And best of luck for the final on Friday.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye now.